As I was walking around Corvallis, Oregon, I couldn't help but think that the city is fortunate to have so many incredible trees. If these trees could talk, what stories would they tell us? Every story has a beginning, and this one starts in the mid-19th century. Corvallis, Oregon is a tree-lined college town in the Willamette Valley in the Pacific Northwest. It was part of the Oregon Trail established by pioneering Americans in search of a new start. The Willamette Valley was the Garden of Eden at the end of the Oregon Trail for thousands of Americans who migrated to this region. The first official claims to land in this area were two 640-acre parcels. One at the junction of the Willamette and Marys Rivers, claimed by Joseph Avery in 1845. The other by William Dixon in 1846. Originally named Marysville, Corvallis was renamed by Avery in 1853 to avoid confusion with Marysville, California. Avery is credited with naming the town Corvallis, a name which he made up by compounding the Latin words for heart of the valley. Here in Willamette Park, this 135-foot black cottonwood is an important part of local history since Avery used it as a witness tree for his land claim in 1845 that would later become the city of Corvallis. A witness tree is a tree that is used as a landmark to indicate the location of a property boundary or survey corner. Surveyors may mark witness trees with wooden posts, rocks, or pits and mounds of soil, and record the tree species, diameter, and compass bearings and distances. This tree is the second biggest black cottonwood in the United States and one of Corvallis's most massive trees. So just imagine. In 1845, almost 200 years ago, this tree was used to mark one of the boundaries of Avery's land claim. In one sense, Corvallis grew from this tree. Avery was not just a man of industry. He saw the potential of Corvallis and envisioned a place where nature and progress could coexist. So, alongside laying the groundwork for the town, Avery embarked on a personal mission of planting trees. Avery planted in 1876, a short time before his death, 2 black walnut and 2 chestnut trees at the same time near his home. Only this black walnut survives. Today, a towering giant, it stands as a silent witness to Corvallis's transformation. Black walnut trees grow slowly, maturing in about 150 years. And that is how old this tree is. Since it may have a lifespan of more than 250 years, just imagine 100 years from now, someone who has not yet been born could be standing right here looking up at this amazing tree. What will Corvallis be like then? And will this heritage tree still be treasured for its stories of the past? This tree species is native to eastern North America. It is a large deciduous tree, growing to 100 to 130 feet tall. The black walnut was introduced into Europe in 1629. It is cultivated there as a forest tree for its high-quality wood. One thing that is unusual about the black walnut is that it produces a substance that is toxic to other plants. This substance interferes with the healthy development of other plants, causing wilting and yellowing of the foliage. This has caused some to believe that nothing grows under a black walnut, but there are many varieties of plants that can. Yet another walnut tree believed to have been planted by Avery in 1876 resides near the locomotive in Avery Park. Its branches, outstretched like welcoming arms, whispers tales of bygone eras. By the way, the locomotive was built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for the Brooks Scanlon Lumber Company in 1922. This locomotive started work in Bend, Oregon. The locomotive was later sold to the Alaska Junk Company in Portland, Oregon, and then bought in 1956 by the Georgia-Pacific Corporation to work in Toledo, Oregon. But this locomotive's life was short-lived. In 1960, the locomotive was donated to Corvallis and went on display in Avery Park. These trees, now designated as heritage trees, are more than just living testaments to Avery's foresight. Their roots dig deep, anchoring not just themselves, but also the town's history. For thousands of years, humans have been shaping the forest here in the Willamette Valley. As a result, there are ancient Oregon white oak, madrone, and big leaf maple. In addition, many trees were planted by early settlers near their home sites. To honor these exceptional trees, the Corvallis Benton County Heritage Tree Program, which consists of a 9-member panel, meets annually to select trees chosen by the community to honor with heritage tree status. This program recognizes and protects some of the oldest, rarest, and most magnificent trees within the city and the county. These heritage trees are more than just beautiful landmarks. They're living monuments to the history of Corvallis. Some of these giants have been standing tall for centuries, witnessing the city grow and change around them. They provide vital habitat for wildlife, clean our air, and reduce stormwater runoff. There are many different species of trees included in the Heritage Tree Program, each with its own unique beauty and story. From towering firs and majestic oaks to sprawling maples and flowering dogwoods, these heritage trees add diversity and character to the Corvallis landscape. But Avery's legacy isn't without its complexities. The man who championed nature also owned a newspaper with controversial views. It's a reminder that history is rarely black and white, and even the most well-intentioned figures can leave behind mixed legacies. Yet, the trees stand above it all. They are a living bridge, connecting Corvallis's past to its present. As you stand beneath their expansive canopy, a sense of peace washes over you. You hear the rustling leaves whisper stories of a determined founder, a growing town, and the enduring power of nature. If you are ever in Corvallis, be sure to take some time to seek out these magnificent heritage trees. They are a vital part of what makes Corvallis such a special place.